Welcome to Milestone Moments, the show where we explore the journeys that lead to success. I'm Sheila Slick, your host and founder of 5 Milestones. In every episode, we will bring you insights from the minds of entrepreneurs, leaders, and experts who will share not just their expertise, but the milestone moments that have reshaped their journeys and led to significant achievements. So if you're looking for motivation, you're in the right place. Subscribe now and discover the milestones that mark the path to success. Welcome to another episode of Milestone Moments in Business and Leadership. I'm Sheila Slick, your host, and today my special guest is Alpesh Patel. Alpesh is a passionate physical therapist, an author, and an entrepreneur with over 15 years of experience helping people move better and live pain-free. As the founder of Theravio, he has developed innovative rehab solutions, including a comprehensive exercise kit and an expert-backed book, making therapy more accessible for everyone. With his deep knowledge of movement and recovery, Alpesh shares practical advice that anyone can use to feel stronger and healthier. His warm and engaging style makes learning about pain relief and injury prevention easy and enjoyable.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sheila, first of all, inviting me. It's great meeting you. And I'm sure today will be one of the best show you ever done.
Oh, well, I look forward to it and to learn about how to find joy in pain or overcome pain. So, you have built your career helping people move out of pain and into strength. What inspired you to take your expertise beyond the clinic and creating accessible tools like Theravio and authoring a book, How to Cure Your Hand and Wrist Pain in 30 Days?
So what happened is while during my practice, one time I was going to patient's house and I was trying to help her in the house. Like I was treating her in the house, and I see like a lot of families are involved. The kids were so much involved to do the best for this patient, and that was really overwhelming. But the problem was that they were buying every little thing available online, which can they think could helpful for their parents. But then whenever I go there and they want me to use this thing and that thing and give them advice, and I see that like 70-80% of the item is not useful. And I'm like, why would people sell something which is not even helpful for the patient just because they want to put stuff inside the box and they just sell it like that? So they give me inspiration. I'm like, I'm a physical therapist and I have a better knowledge, understanding what products helps patient or what is the best for the patient. And that was my inspiration. I'm like, but this patient can be helpful from my service or my box. I'm sure that a lot of people would be helpful as well. Who they don't have to spend thousands of dollars on the different buying different products, and they get what actually useful rather than just keeping in the house as a storage unit. And that's how the Theravio arrived. And I did like almost 8 months. Probably I went 200 different products from different manufacturer, different like countries, in fact. And then I come out to kind of a more unique product, which is actually helpful for the hand pain. And to be honest, why hand pain? Because that patient particular had a hand problem and I was trying to solve that. So that kind of, I just went to that direction. And then another question came afterward, how to use this product. And I'm like, okay, that's a good question. And that inspired me to write a book. I'm like, okay, what if write a book and give them a special, like step by step weekly plan which they can follow using the kit or without the kit. You don't need a kit for that. But I just gave like a straightforward, very easy exercise plan from week 1 to week 4. That's why I say like 30 days kind of a thing. And it's really helpful. And I had a lot of patients, they used it and they're really, really feeling better. So that was really, really heartwarming, that I'm able to help people.
Yes, and you specialize only in hand pain, or do you also practice other kinds of physical therapy?
I mean, no, yes, I'm a very generalized physical therapist. I'm using. I've seen post-surgical patient. You can name it. I've seen 4 months old kid to all the way to 102-year-old person. So I have seen all kind of a patient. Just because I said it just went to the direction because that particular patient was my inspiration, and that person had a hand pain, and I was trying to solve that particular issue. But to be honest, it's not that easy in that route. It's way harder than just taking care of one patient at a time. But then I had to start somewhere, and that's how I end up getting the hand therapy kit.
Well, I like that you specialize just in hand pain for the book. It's very niched down,
Yes.
very specific. And a lot of people start feeling physical strain, especially in their hands and wrists, just from their pace of daily life or perhaps being on the computer so often. What is
Yes.
one simple shift or exercise someone can do to start feeling better and take control of their healing if they find their hands hurting?
So basic stretching exercise always work, which is like, kind of you just, it's called Namaste, which I already have in a book. Like you kind of put your palm together and just lift your elbow up and you will feel the stretch here. That right away. You see that? So you feel the stretch. Now you want to hold it for count 10 and then just release it. Or another one, which is more advanced, is like you're going like other way, which is your back of the palm. And then now you can lower the elbow down kind of. So you're gonna feel the stretching in the both the front part of the wrist and the back part of the wrist. These are the basic stretching exercises, which really improved the blood circulation, release the muscle tension around your wrist, and also a lot of patients with the carpal tunnel, like wrist arthritis. These are the main conditions actually can be helpful for that.
So I didn't realize that my hands hurt until I
Did that
put them
stretch?
together as if I'm doing yoga, right? The namaste. I put them together and I raise the elbows a bit, and I do feel that stretch. How often should we practice this every day before or after getting on that computer?
So I always advise that depends on how many hours you're going to sit on the computer or work work on the computer or even any hand related activities, right? But ideally always do it before, because whenever you, let's say right now you say you're doing a yoga or any exercises or cooking, just gardening, any kind of activities, if your hands are tight, and imagine you working through those activities, now you're putting a lot of pressure on your joints because your muscles are not flexible enough to move in a flexible direction. So what happened because of that? It will put stress on your wrist and can lead to another injuries later on, which you don't realize now, but you will in few years, right? So I always do before. Now you do after, because again, same concept. Because of any activities, your hands are getting tired. So when you stretch, it releases the tension and you feel good. That's the whole idea. But I strongly suggest to do before. That's most advisable. And let's say if you don't want to do anything, just do quick stretching. Like I promise, you don't want to take more than 5 to 10 minutes early in the morning and just before you go to sleep. That's two things will be really game changer for your hand health.
So in your book, I'm assuming you have pictures or illustrations to show the different exercises, and then you can buy a kit separately that comes with different either pillows or squeezable. I was looking at the website trying to see what the bundle includes.
Yeah, it my kit has everything. I found the ice pack, which you can also use it a heat pack, because some people don't like ice and they want to heat. So it's a one particular item you can put in the freezer, use it as ice pack. Can take it out, use it as a wristband. I mean, heat pack. Then you have a lot of wraps, like ace bandage kind of a thing, because sometimes you have a lot of pain and you want to wrap around something. So I use that one. And then I have a little tiny finger massager. A lot of people love it because you massage yourself, like your fingers, especially when you get swollen, or your wrist area, or all these hypothenar and thenar muscles part of, like a palm of your hand. It's really helpful for the people. Now, about the book, if anybody buying a kit, or even you don't buy the kit, if you just need a book, you don't need a physical copy. You just go to my website, put your email address, and right away it will come to your inbox. So you don't even have to purchase it, because I want to help people, and Even the Amazon, I put the book. Trust me, it's zero penny. I mean, I don't make any penny out of it. Whatever the cost you see, it's just because Amazon charging me because Amazon has to print and ship it to you if you want a physical copy. So whatever the price you see on Amazon, it's just because it's Amazon fees and Amazon shipping services charges. Nothing for me in there. And like I said, if you don't need a like a printable version, just go on my website and you can get like a free version, like an ebook in your email, and it has step by step. It comes with the worksheet also, where you can actually mark it down how many exercises you're doing it, which name and everything. I have every picture, including the directions. It's not just a one picture. You have like a 2 to 3 picture for each exercises, kind of showing you which direction you want to go. And there are a lot of other information, like how to set up your workstation, nutrition guide there, like about your food habits. So yeah, I try to include as much as possible I could in the one book. Yeah.
That's wonderful. So you have a free digital download version of the book in your website. Let me see if I've got your website. That would be theravio.com, TheRavio.com. I'll go ahead and leave that in the show notes as well. And then if you want the physical book, you can head on over to Amazon and pay so that the physical book gets shipped and delivered to you.
Yeah.
So now let's talk a little bit about the business aspect of how you've turned hands on healing, which I think is great for anyone that spends a lot of time on the computer. I'm sure a lot of other reasons lead people, to you to get physical therapy for their hands. But as someone that spends a lot of time on the computer, I'm definitely going to download that book. So, as someone who's turned hands on healing into a scalable business, what have you learned about perseverance, innovation while building Theravio?
So what I learned through this journey, I mean, I'm into the business long enough. I tried different business, and I really wanted to kind of get going because I want to create a legacy. Of course, I want to create my name out there. I want to help my kids. So all that apart, nothing worked so far until I started Theravio, and then I learned that the reason Theravio work because that's the only business I didn't start as a business. I started as helping people, and was my passion about helping people. Until then, I was finding all these products. A lot of people, I'm sure in the audience, they do the same thing. They look for the products or the services which they think can helpful to the people, but they forget the main aim is what you're solving the problem. So I wanted to get rid of the hand pain, or make people's life easier, like you saying that you sit on a computer. If my book or my kit can help you to live your life better, there's nothing better than that. So my goal shift from creating a just a product to helping people, and that took my business to the next level because now my mindset is completely changed. So yeah, that the whole thing changed my business game completely.
What was some of the hardest part that you had to overcome? If you had to give somebody advice, someone that's looking to do this with their business, what one piece of advice would you give them?
The harder it is, the better it is. I can tell you the reason my kid is the best. Again, it's not that because of I created or because it's created by like experienced person. It just it's too complex. Means there's so many components going in. Like you see, there's so many products into that one kit. Now imagine I have to deal with like 6, 7 different manufacturer. I have to coordinate with them, bring them together, make sure that all products are in the box. I'm yet to find a one complaint from the customer who says they didn't receive the correct product. Now, because it's so much complex, a lot of people don't even want to try it. So the harder it is, the better it is. Means you already running out of the competition. A lot of people don't have patience, or people don't want to work as hard as we do. So when you're ready to work hard and when you are consistent, you have definitely 100% chances of success. It's just a matter of when you get the success.
So in business, we call the term a low barrier to entry or a high barrier to entry. So you're saying the harder or the larger the barrier to entry, the easier it'll be to stand out or succeed, even though it's harder to get into doing it.
Yes. Yeah. And a lot of people tell me like, oh, I mean, personally, when somebody tell me, "Oh, it's too hard," that makes me excited. I'm like, "Oh, there you go, perfect." Means my half of the competition is gone already. So all I have to do is be a little bit better than another half, and I'm already at the top.
Having to source different products also doesn't sound easy. One thing is to find one manufacturer, that
And
can
then
produce all the products, but another thing is having to test and, rely on different manufacturers. So,
that's why it took me almost 8 months before I actually finalized all the manufacturer, because I probably tried at least 40 to 50 manufacturer, because each product has a different manufacturer. And then once you get the sample, the quality different, the size is different. So all these things. So technically I have tested almost 30 to 40 manufacturer and almost 150 to 200 different products before finalizing my 20 core products, kind of in one box. Yeah.
so what is your next milestone?
So during this journey, something clicked, and a lot of people started getting help. And I'm like, okay, my next goal is to help 100 million people to be pain free, and that's my goal. I know it's a long version; it's gonna take, I don't know, God knows how many years, but that's my goal. And of course, along the journey, I'm planning on a different products. So I'm like talking to a lot of patients, and as you see, I'm currently working with the patients. I'm taking a feedback from them, what I would do to make their life easier. And then eventually we'll launch more product under this brand. And also, like I say, goal is at the end, 100 million people to be pain free.
Well, I wish you well, and I hope that you are able to help that many people live pain free. So, with that in mind, will it all focus on the hands and the wrist, or are you looking to explore other pain areas?
No other pain areas. So there's couple of option came on the table. Like, like I say, I spoke to a lot of patients. There are short term relief and the long term relief. So the hand therapy kit is not considered a short term relief because it requires 3 to 4 weeks of consistent exercises and following the plan. But right now, I'm working towards something it can be immediate effect. It could be anywhere like a generalized pain related. So I have a few things in the mind, but I don't want to say it because I don't know it's gonna get off the floor. So if something concrete happens, I will definitely announce it, and people would know for sure.
Well, you haven't asked for my feedback, but I vote for back pain. If we can find a solution for back pain, that would be great.
There you go. I'm gonna do that. I'll work on that. Of
Oh, well, thank you so much for joining me today.
course, anytime. It's my pleasure.
And visit Theravio.com if you'd like to learn more or order his products. The book is a free download that you can find on his website. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Milestone Moments in Business and Leadership. Until next time.